Oh, yes. Finally joining us on the couch here, we have Nigerian singer-songwriter, producer, so big that I had to pull in Winfrey to help me with this interview because I can't handle it myself because I'm going crazy. Emoseh Khamofu, popularly known as Bloody Civilian, is in the house. Yay!
Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. I like your black getup. It's very bold
you.
and like, I'm fabulous. I know it. I don't care what you think.
Thank you.
Is Gothic the word?
Yes, Gothic, yeah.
Gothic's the word, yeah?
I guess so.
It's nice. I like it. Good to have you.
Thank
so,
you.
This is the first time I'm meeting Bloody Civilian, but not the first time I'm meeting Emoseh. Am I correct?
You're correct.
The last time you were here was about 3 years ago. You weren't here then. You came in with our guest, and you were Emoseh then.
Yeah.
In the span of less than 3 years, you've grown from that person
You've
morphed into Bloody Civilian.
Yeah.
How did that happen so quick?
So at the time, Bloody Civilian was just like a producer tag that I was, using online. And then eventually I decided that it would make sense as my artist name. So, yeah.
Wow, that's very interesting.
Okay, so but why Bloody Civilian though? Do you have any link to the military or anything? No. So why? What happened?
I think like it's just, I got inspired by like, first of all, wanting to change the weight of the name and the meaning because it's used to like demean the people where I'm from. So especially with the military violence we experience in Taraba and Kaduna.
Oh, you're from Taraba State?
As well as
Okay.
Kiki.
What's that last name? Khamofu.
Yeah.
Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Khamofu. What language is that?
Jukun.
Jukun. So you're Jukun.
Yeah.
Not everybody knew that. In fact, I bet nobody even knew that.
Yeah.
You used to be very popular in, I don't know why, but when I got to Abuja, everybody was talking about Bloody Civilian at the time. It was about 2 or a year and a half ago, but not here in Lagos. What happened there? Why was it Abuja first, then Lagos?
Because I'm from Abuja, that's my home.
Yeah.
And Abuja already has a very good culture of supporting artists, emerging artists, and we take our upcoming artists very seriously there. So definitely I have a lot of support and love from my home.
Yeah, okay, so now we're talking about emerging artists and celebration and things like that. And so now you were on Black Panther. So how did that happen? The song.
So they wanted to go with the theme of like, uplifting women and togetherness. And so they insisted on having female producers on the project. So I got pitched there and I came with beat packs. And then the lead producer eventually picked a beat from my pack and then asked if I could do something.
How did that make you feel?
You keep saying the word producer.
Yeah.
So, which would you say you are mostly? A producer? Do you make your own beats or the singer we know as Bloody Civilian?
I think I'm definitely just like your traditional old school artist where it was hard to find people that weren't hand-in-hand composers as well as artists. Like I'm a songwriter and a composer and a producer. So for me, I can't really separate them.
Okay.
It's
So
very
you're the
hard.
full package.
Essentially, yes.
Most of your work
Exactly.
yourself.
Yes.
Okay, that's amazing. So now let's talk back and Black Panther now. So now, how would you say that came about? Now the track we're talking about already existed. So when you were selected, did you have to tweak it? And what effect would you say that has on your present career?
So when he picked it, obviously he had changes and notes, and we worked through that in the session. That's what the session was. And basically, after that, I think it was definitely like a life-changing experience for sure. I gained a lot of people who now ride with me.
You gain a lot of money?
Yes.
I mean, people translate money.
Yeah, and a lot of supporters as well because it was a huge platform to really like debut as an artist. So.
Okay. Wow. After your hits, we're expecting an album. When is that going to? As in, we were expecting an album that would have like, let's say, everybody in it along with you. You had a few collaborations in there, but would you say that it's just the beginning and then there's a bigger one to come that would have even like perhaps maybe everybody from Burna Boy? It's called You've got Anger Management currently, yeah. And I'm going to talk about that theme, by the way. But is there something else coming, perhaps, maybe with everybody? Because you're such a force to reckon with now. I'm thinking everybody wants to collaborate with you. Are we expecting anything of the sort? A huge collaboration, like every song a collaboration?
Yeah, so I am currently working on collaborations because for my debut EP, I just wanted people to hear what I had.
What you sounded like.
And then I'm working on getting features for those songs out soon, so remixes, and I'm
Nice.
excited about.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
and then obviously simultaneously working on EP2 and
Fantastic.
touring at the same time. So it's a lot of work, but
I'm going to piggyback
exciting.
on that now. Anger management. Why was the theme around anger management? Well, what was that about?
So I picked the name after I finished the songs, and I basically looked at the topics that I just naturally was predisposed to writing about. I was like, this is a very angry set of songs, so I felt the name would be the perfect label so people know what they're going to get.
Get
Spot
what they
on.
get it. Okay,
Spot
amazing.
on.
So now, what would you say generally inspires your song title? So you have a song titled "How to Kill a Man."
Who vexed
There, I
you?
need to listen to that one again. We need to
what
listen.
happened?
So what would you say inspires your songs? Your experiences?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
I think just being a northern Nigerian female, there's a million things to be angry about. In fact, I don't think it's just only in the north we experience these harsh, systematic issues against women. I think it's also a thing that women from the east and south also experience. And in my music, I want to be able to talk about these things and bring humor and bring wit into it and really just talk.
We see
about
that
it.
dark humor. I've got dark humor too. But in any case, are you one of the Nigerian artists that hide their partners, or are you going to tell us exactly who your partner is?
Definitely, my partner will be like very private.
Don't mind me, it's all good. All right, now, so it's fantastic having you on here. I just wish that one day you would just come in and say, you know what, Wake Up Nigeria, we're going to do a performance for you and everything like that. We're looking forward to that.
Invite me.
Alrighty, you heard it first here. She's going to be doing a performance at Wake Up Nigeria sometime very soon. All right, what's your biggest record in your view?
I think the song so far that has had the biggest impact is definitely I Don't Like You. Most people know that song, so for sure.
You think because it speaks to them?
Yeah, I think it's because it's also one of those elephant in the room songs.
We're
That
taking a look at the video right now. Very interesting. Do you do videos yourself as well?
No.
Tell me you do. Okay, you
No.
don't. That would have been a big army there. But that's very interesting. I always love to see your videos. They're always so interesting to see.
So what would you say your sound is? What would you say? When I mean, as a creative, right? When you create something, there's an idea you have, right? When you now put it out there, there's a way people receive it. So would you say you've been consistent in translating what the vision is to what people, how people are accepting it?
Yeah, I think I'm just making basic Afro-pop music. Definitely when it comes to production, it's a lot of complex things going on, but I think when people listen to it, it just sounds like Afro-pop to them, and I think that's what it.
Not many people do that. Differentiate Afrobeat from Afro-pop, but you just did that. This is what defines it as Afro-pop, separate from Afrobeat.
I think it's because Afrobeat has its own sound, and Nigeria specifically has tons of genres, and time signatures, like
But everybody just bunches them up as Afrobeats.
as Afrobeats, but actually the fella Afrobeats is different from what you hear. up north.
Afrobeats.
And the East is
Afro-pop.
different as well. So
okay.
there's High Life, So
Yeah.
there's Fuji.
That's a producer right there.
Yeah. So what would you say your ultimate collaboration will be? Who's that one artist globally?
You don't worry, say it
that
with your
for.
full chest.
I mean,
we always ask this
here,
question.
yeah.
Speak it into
An
existence.
ultimate. Wow. I think it would be Burna Boy.
No, I don't know why I just heard
Everybody
that.
says
I
that.
heard that.
It's good. It goes well. I see it happening as well.
Nice.
Well, thank you very much. I said thank you very much, Bloody Civilian,
Yeah.
for coming through. Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Because we've been preparing something inside of the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm sure you
Okay.
know this part. You've been here before, so you were looking forward to this, weren't you?
Of course, but I forgot and I ate something. But
Don't
I'm
worry.